Welcome to the Business of Politics, Meet the Candidates series. I'm your host, Robin Moorhead, and I'd like to introduce my guest today, Shenelle Francis, a Democratic candidate for the St. Thomas-St. John District. Welcome, Ms. Francis.
Thank you for having me. My name is Shenelle Fina Francis, a Virgin Islander born and raised in St. Thomas, a mom of 2 boys, a sister, a daughter of Sylvia Samuel, and the late excelman, Junie Fina Francis. As an adolescent, I enjoyed playing competitive sports like softball and cheerleading, where I played alongside individuals like Senator Janelle Sorrow. We were 2000 CAHS champs, and singer Sierra Wilson. We attended North Clayton High School together in Georgia. After receiving my bachelor's degree in business and marketing from Albany State University, I relocated back to St. Thomas, where I became the executive assistant to former Senator Adla Fonsi Donistorg. Donistorg was the spark that ignited my political ambitions, and I held that position until his last term. After, I relocated back to Georgia to work at Emory University, serving as a research and trial executive assistant for gastroenterological studies. During this time, I obtained my real estate license and joined the I Buy, I Sell brokerage team. This is where I learned that housing and equity issues were much bigger than I knew in underserved areas, and it drew interest in me to abolish this quandary. While working in real estate for 5+ years, I started looking for answers to understand on how to provide low-income individuals with housing. Working with some of the best realtors in Georgia, I was able to establish how to fix some of the nation's housing issues. I knew the first place that I needed to start was my homeland, right here in St. Thomas. So I relocated back and obtained my realtor's license in the Virgin Islands. I left to keep my hands full. And then I attained employment in the Virgin Islands Department of Education, the Division of Procurement, where I single-handedly sought out local contractors territory-wide, as well as the mainland if locals didn't fit the requirements. I believe that many relocate from the mainland, find it hard to come back and contribute because job opportunities, ownership of property and housing can be impossible. Therefore, it is important for me to have a seat at this table to change the narrative. I feel like every Islander deserves a piece of the rock. Thank you.
I'm excited to have you here today. Thank you so much for sharing that. What's your reason for pursuing a seat in the 35th Legislature?
Well, simple. I noticed there's a housing crisis in the territory, and we do not have affordable housing. Being that I have experience in the industry, I think that I can contribute with innovative options to solve that crisis.
Can you give me a couple of examples of what that might be?
Absolutely. Micro-housing is one option that is very successful in the mainland, whereas we have a smaller square footage or smaller property to build, it's less material, so that makes it affordable. Another thing, we have Trailer City down in the western side of the island. I'm thinking bringing back container homes to make it a more modernized, innovative way for people to afford housing.
And then obviously with the influx of people coming back, that will boost our economy.
Absolutely.
And talking about the economy, understanding that small businesses are important to our community, what's the greatest issue facing small businesses? And what legislation would you sponsor in support of the 35th Legislature to assist their economic well-being?
Well, that's easy. I would say the overhead is the biggest issue in the economy, where businesses are paying a little bit too much in rent to keep business going. I would support legislation to educate the public on how to possibly attain government contracts and federal contracts too. So the education of the public is very important because they need to know specific steps in how to get those contracts.
If you could change one Virgin Islands law, what would it be?
It would have to be the seatbelt in the back seat law. I think that one needs to go. Our speed limit is only 35 miles per hour. It seems like one of those things that isn't relevant because it's the back seat of the car. So I think passengers shouldn't have to wear the back seat.
Okay. And if you're not elected, what will you still be committed to in terms of improving the quality of our community?
If I'm not elected, I'd still be committed to providing affordable housing for the territory. I'm still passionate about the industry. I'm still a realtor. I'm still licensed. I still am divulged in the industry. So I would be committed to making that happen, regardless if I'm elected or not.
Awesome. Some citizens feel that senators are pseudo-commissioners. What do you see as the role of a USVI senator?
A USVI senator is about collaboration, cooperation, and compromise. That's what a senator is. It's the team coming together to make policy, to make our islands a better place. That's what senators do. Commissioners, on the other hand, they're there to commission the specific department or agency they're assigned to do.
Any final words?
Of course, I'd like to encourage the public to vote number 9 on August 6th, 2022. That's Saturday, August 6th, 2022, for number 9, Shenelle Fina Francis, in your 35th legislature. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. To watch more interviews from our Business of Politics Meet the Candidates series, subscribe to this channel. See you next time, and remember, early voting starts July 18th. Get out and vote.